Okay, now we're good to go. Okay, so this is going to be the November kickoff. In the last quarter of the year, we have to make this month count. We literally have like 60, a little over 60 days left in this year, and there's still so much time for things to happen. So I'm also going to touch on the promo with the bonus that they just launched today on top of these giant size bonuses that we already have on top of the VIP bonuses and all of the other great things, right? So she said that she had to stop following people that took her energy and stay in her own lane. So these are things that she's learned over the last couple months that she's really been implementing. And I can tell you, I've done the same thing as well. I had to mute other Thriver stories. Every single day I was getting on and I was comparing myself with every single person. Like, why am I not here yet? Why, like, if I do what she does, maybe I'll get where she is. No, we have to go at our own pace. We have to do what feels good to us. And when I started trying to be like other people, it didn't feel good. So muting other Thrivers is a huge thing, that the best thing you can do for your business. Yes, every once in a while going and pulling ideas. That's also what these chats are for. That's what your upline is for. That's what we are here as a community is for. You don't always have to be looking at other people's stories and seeing what they're doing. Do what feels good to you. What kind of growth have you seen in yourself in the last, since you've joined to now? For myself, I know like I have seen tremendous growth over the last 6 months. If you would have told me a year ago that I would be where I am today, as far as like not earning my product credit, you guys, it's been 6 months. For the 1 month that I did it, I was so grateful, but I've been paying for my products out of pocket, and that's okay. That is 100% okay. I have to figure out what's going on in my business and what works for me and what works well with my schedule and the way that life is right now. And it's going to fluctuate, but do you have that firm foundation of where you don't want to go back to? Is your why strong enough? Is your future goals and your dreams, are they strong enough? Are you just being very vague? Are you being, just surface level? Share that with your social media. That's something else that I learned too, is like when I'm more vulnerable, like other people, yes, that are on your social media, they're not going to know like network marketing. They're not going to know about, running a side gig or anything like that. But being vulnerable with somebody and telling them like, listen, I've been struggling as a parent. I've been struggling as a single mom. I've been struggling through depression and anxiety and just life. People are going to relate to you. People are going to begin to trust you. People are going to want to associate themselves with you. People get on social media and they want to see people. That's why we have social media, right? So be vulnerable. Know that you don't have to be afraid to post something, because maybe somebody else needs to hear that. Utilize the potential lion-hearted group page. Make sure people answer questions coming in. So with that being said, the potential page, I have not personally invited anyone in through there. But what I can say is that there are so many good resources in there, you guys. They have every single question that you could ever think of that needs to be answered in there. There's a video. They're super short, super quick, and to the point. Utilize it. If you don't know the answer, go watch one of those videos, because guess what? You're going to get your answer. If you forget it later down the road, go back and watch it. They're there forever. That's what that page is there for. And when people are coming in, when you invite your potentials, there are 2 questions on there. One is who invited you, and I think there's 2, 1 or 2. But I know one of them is who invited you to this page. Make sure you tell them to put you as a promoter, because we want to make sure that we are being very cautious and careful not to be taking other people's potentials. That's not what this community is for. That's not what this page is for. This page is to help your potentials. We don't want any kind of, nasty business going on, take people's people. So just be cautious and let them know like, hey, make sure you answer those questions. A lot of the other leaders that are on there, they will not admit them in until they have answered those questions. So make sure those are answered. So let's talk about this month. If you haven't planned your month, or at least planned your week, do that. I seen a huge difference in how I felt about my business and how I felt about my week, just planning it out. And it doesn't have to be down to a T. It does not have to be, oh, at 2 o'clock I'm posting this. It doesn't have to be like that. Just know, like, this day I'm going to talk about samples. This day I'm going to talk about the business. Do those small little things. And then the night before, go in and make your content. Pick out what you want the night before so you're not so overwhelmed. That helped me a lot. She said to have a word for the month, embody that word. And when we say pick a word, it can be, success. It can be discipline. It can be whatever. And let that month, let that word guide you that month. Okay. Do whatever you're feeling, whatever you need to work on, whatever it is that you're striving for, use that word and just plan out around that word to help you be able to continue the entire time that you are planning, that you are getting on social media. So you are not getting distracted. So you're being intentional with what you're doing instead of just getting on there and scrolling and then losing sight of what it is that you got on social media to do. Because it can be very distracting. It can be also very discouraging. So make sure you're intentional. Your heart, your body, your mind, your soul, it all needs to be protected. So be sure that you're just being so super intentional so that way you guys can accomplish the goals that you want and that you've been wanting since you joined or before you joined this business. So she said 3 things that she's doing daily in her business. Okay, so we're going to touch on these. And I love this because I've seen Courtney Glazer do this as post. To do 3 posts a day. In the very beginning, it's something I did, but this is going to be super helpful. So you're going to do something inspirational, share self-development, gratitude, your life before Thrive, and what Thrive is doing for you today. So you can pull from, being inspirational one day, or if you're wanting to do 2 posts and get your content out there or something like that, or if you're wanting to switch it up and do inspirational on Instagram one day and then like the next one's informational on Facebook the next. Whatever you want to do, however it works for your schedule, how you're posting, whatever you want to do. The next one is informational, so product knowledge. Em shared a this or that graphic comparing shakes she shared the graphic comparing shakes to Starbucks and how we thrive for free, something you learned in your business. So those are different things that you can pull from informational wise. I did, like I said in the beginning, I started doing those 3 posts and I learned so much about the product that when people ask me things in messages, I didn't have to go and ask someone else because I learned those on my own. That's beneficial to me to know that stuff. So that's just a little tip. And then being intentional, being mindful to what you're listening to, hopping on with work with me's in the morning or at night, set your phone down, set a boundary, prioritize your business. What needs your attention the most today? Customer care, checking on your team, following up, and don't do it all at once. So I want to talk about that because I sent Liv my list of goals that I had for this month. And she was like, you seem overwhelmed. And I'm like, you're absolutely right, I am. Because I'm trying to fight for all of these goals and I'm trying to fight for the life that I want for my son. And it doesn't have to be all of that. That's all that busy work at one time. Being intentional, getting on your phone, setting a timer for 5 minutes and saying, I'm going to add to my network for 5 minutes. That simple. Put your phone down. Don't try to do everything all at once. Have your non-negotiables. Have a list of things that you're going to do every single day. And like Lynn says, even if you just show up for that 5%, if that 5% was intentional, you did what you needed to do today. And just remember when you're being intentional to not be hard on yourself. Maybe I'm not being too intentional. Maybe I'm being, not hard enough on myself. Slow down. Enjoy what you're learning and what you're growing from in this season because it's going to build that foundation for what's to come. So just know being intentional, being informational, being inspirational, all of those things, they all fall into the same category, but don't overload yourself. So those were her notes. She also said, go out and build your team. So I'm going to talk about the November to Remember promo that's out for the $2,000 rookie bonus leaderboard. So that is somebody that's in their first 120 days. For anybody that you enroll from now until the end of November, they are able to run for this bonus, okay? Anybody that you have that's joined your team from 120 days, from the time they joined to 120 days till now, they have the opportunity to run for this. Talk about this bonus. Talk about these giant bonuses. Make those business opportunity stories. Get your face on your stories. Get on Facebook Lives. Get on Instagram Lives. I was just talking with Liv yesterday. I told her, I said, I want to get back into doing our own team opportunity lives. Y'all, we were on fire doing those opportunity lives. We had each other. We had a plan. We had people reaching out. Even if they weren't signing up, we were having conversations. We were getting on lives with other people and learning from other people's stories. And that's what we're paid to do. We are paid storytellers. That's exactly it. So when you think that you're being too salesy, you may be being too salesy. Just share your story. Share what the products have done for you. Share what the business has done for you. Know that when these bonuses roll out, are you like Katie says, are you here for a bonus or are you here for a residual income? Because this is what's going to make or break the people that sign up now. And that's going to make them see the fast cash, see that, you know, oh, I can earn this real quick. But when it doesn't happen, then they're discouraged. You're going to be that person to help pick them up at the end and say, hey, I didn't earn this bonus either, but I'm still here. A year later, I haven't earned a single bonus. I went 6 months without my earning my product credit, and I'm still here. There's a reason that you're here. There's a reason you started. There's a reason you started that you pressed that button, and just never lose sight of that. So that's the first part of the promo that was just launched, and it's also at least 3,000 in PPA. So you can use your Thrive credits with this as well when you're doing this. But if, like, say that you have an order of $100 and you order and use $25 in Thrive credits, only the $75 is going to count. So just be cautious of that. And then the second part is the PPA cash leaderboard. There is first through 15th place between $15,000 in cash and then $250 to Thrive credits. So these are the top 15 promoters, and this is all the way until November 30th. Always make sure to read the small print. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the promo. We still have, what is today? The 3rd. So we still have 27 days left of this month to run for these bonuses, you guys, to run for these giant size bonuses. And I will be very, very honest with you. I literally have $159 towards that bonus. Am I giving up? No. I want to be transparent with you guys and know that I'm not going to be here for just the bonus. I have said to Brittany and to Olivia that I've really, really been so hard on myself and had a hard time the last couple of months. And yes, I've thought about quitting, but in the end, I know what these products have done for me, and I know what they're going to do for someone else. And I know what they've done as far as changing my financial situation in the times that I needed it. It might not be where I want it right now, but at that time before 6 months ago, it was so important to me. So remember that 6 months from now will look so different than what it looks like now. Okay. And I hope that whatever you guys could gather something from this. I know this is kind of all over the place. But do you guys have any questions or anything? Let me read the chat real quick. Yes, Rebecca, we do. We each have a different journey, and that is what is going to get us to where we need to be. Because guess what? Every single one of our stories on here right now is so different, so different, but we're all the same. We're all fighting for a different future. That's what we want. And that's the thing. Share that story. Share other Thrivers success stories. Share other people that you know, hey, they're struggling right now, but it doesn't matter because look where they went, look where they came from, those different things. Get on the, do opportunity lives by yourself, do them with other people. If you are nervous, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did one live in the last 30 days. And it wasn't even about Thrive. It was about my son. Just an update, because I had so many messages of people reaching out to me. And I was so scared and so nervous because it's been so long. But getting on the opportunity lives with other people, testimonials, you know, getting on there with the business side of things, whatever it is, those will bring you out of your comfort zone. When you get on a live with someone and their baby's screaming in the background and they're, you know, they're running around and having fun, that's real life. That's okay. I had to learn that the hard way, because I know my kid's not going to sit in the baby bed and be quiet all day. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen. That's real life. People need to see that they can juggle this business and juggle being a parent, being a working mom, being a single stay-at-home mom, whatever it is. It's that simple. Share your story, get on there, get people on Thrive, and it's that simple. Yes. Yep. When you, so let's do this. Since if you guys are wanting to get back into doing opportunity lives, let's get a schedule into the chat and let's get these opportunity lives rolling between our team. I know that we have the Lion-Hearted lives, the opportunity lives going on too as well on Wednesdays. But you guys, that's one day out of 7 days. What if somebody can't make it or doesn't see that or forgets it? When we can have those lives back on our pages constantly, between Instagram, between Facebook, get on TikTok. I've challenged myself to get on TikTok and do a live on there. I'm terrified and scared to death to get on there because I heard it's crazy, but get out there, do it, do what's uncomfortable, and let's get the list together. Okay, so Rebecca, yeah, we will get a list in the chat after this. Anybody that wants to do lives, comment in there, and we will get everybody together with someone so we can get these lives rolling again and get that fire back. Find our passion, find our fire, and get our goals accomplished. Okay, so does anybody else want to say anything before I end this? All right, so I'm going to stop recording real quick.